filtered in. No time for that doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Diffuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself.
Welcome back to CTC. I'm your gracious host, Carl, and I'm back. I know I told y'all yesterday I'd be back to talk about some tournaments, but I looked at the schedule. Only one was the A-Sun that kicked off the day, and spoiler alert, I didn't really pick anybody from today to win it all. So I just talk about the tournaments tomorrow. I'm just here to give y'all some poll talk about these rankings. Got a couple things I wanted to go over with, so got a little mini rant in this. But before I do all that, I would like to ask you to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel. It helps the network, Refuse to Lose Network. Helps my channel, Carl Talking College, by way of the Refuse to Lose Network. It helps shows like Baseball with Teddy, BWT, who's going live tomorrow at 9. We got FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach, which be on the lookout, episode coming soon. We got Dave's Doghouse, went live last Thursday, it's going live again this week. Get your nominees in. He makes dogs and put dogs in the doghouse. So if you got a nominee for a dog or somebody that should be putting a dog out, Dave. We got Kings Talk with Joe Jordan, who's now switching it up. He was going live after every Kings game, but he's switching it up now. We got RBL, Real Ballers Only. No episode today. Just look out for him not next Wednesday, but this Wednesday coming up, noon. He goes live normally Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon. And then we got last but not least, in the red corner, featuring Ty, Ricky, and Fast Camp. Should be going live this Sunday. They talk boxing. I saw something look like Bud Crawford should be fighting in June, so I'm pretty sure they'll talk about that on Sunday. So just look out for them. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. It helps the channel. Listen to a couple videos, and if you like what you're listening to, stick with us. Now, my only topic today is, like I said, we're just gonna go over these polls, the top 25 rankings. Shout out Duke for beating NC State. Still one game behind UNC. Well, technically a half a game now. UNC plays tomorrow, I believe. But if UNC wins, sets up Duke, UNC, ACC title on the line, regular season title, that is. UNC wins, they win the outright title. If Duke wins, they share the ACC with UNC, but with both beating each other. I don't know who would directly win it. I think they both just shared the title. But, yeah, sets up a huge matchup in Cameron Indoor this weekend. Now, if UNC loses, then it's winner takes all. It's winner takes all. So I kind of want to see UNC lose just to set up a winner takes all. But, yeah, I'm going to try to bring y'all an episode for that the day before. I'm going to try to bring Dave back, try to bring Teddy back. Well, Teddy here. He wasn't there for the UNC Duke first one. And try to bring Javon back on so we could talk some UNC Duke, get some difference of opinions, get a little rivalry going on the show. But let's talk about these polls, man. Top 25 was revealed again today. Houston remains on top of the polls. At 1, no problem with me there. At 2, UConn jumps Purdue. No problems with that from me either. UConn took a bad loss last week and then bounced back and beat, I want to say it was Seton Hall by 30 on senior night this Sunday. So not mad at it. Purdue, they beat MSU, but they struggled. MSU they kept MSU at bay, but man. Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer hit just timely three after timely three. Mason Gillis hit a timely bucket late. MSU fought, but just couldn't get it done. So I see them valuing a 30-point blowout over a 6-point win, and then they only beat Michigan by 8. both games. Well, Sunday was last Sunday and then it's Saturday for Purdue. So not mad at them jumping there. Purdue has a huge game tomorrow against Illinois. Beat Illinois, you win the Big Ten outright. Lose to Illinois, you have a chance to split the Big Ten if you lose to Wisconsin. So yeah, number 2, totally fine with them jumping. Purdue. 3 is Purdue. They went down 1, so they flip-flop. Not mad at that. 4, Tennessee. Coming off a huge win against Alabama. 23-6. Top of the SEC right now with only 3 losses in SEC play. Not mad at it. Not mad at it at all. At 5, Arizona, 23-6. A half a game in front of Washington State in the Pac-12. Not mad. I think Arizona at 5 is cool. Now, if you want to say Iowa State, who's currently at 6, you want to put them at 5, not mad at it either. Second in the Big 12, only behind Houston, which Houston is number 1 in the country. Split games with Houston. Arizona took an L to wasn't this week, but they took an L to Washington State like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, February 22nd. So, but since the Washington State L, they beat Washington by 16, beat Arizona State by 18, and just beat Oregon by 20. So, yeah, that's 3 straight blowouts. Iowa State was at 6. Their last 3 games were a win by 8 against UCF. Not really impressive. Oklahoma by 13 at home. That's a good one. That's impressive. But only beating West Virginia at home by 7. Not really impressive. And that's after the Houston loss. So I like Arizona there at 5. Iowa State there at 6. I'm happy Iowa State is getting the respect to be in the top 10, however. Now, UNC at 7. Not mad at it. UNC, great win Saturday against NC State. UNC also beat Miami, but only by 4. Finally got over the road woes of being in Charlottesville, beat UVA, beat Virginia Tech. So they've won 4 straight since the bad L to Syracuse. On top of the ACC, like I said, by half a game. Not mad at them at 7. Now, 8 is where I got a problem. Shout out my boy Joe. What up, Joe? Shout out my boy, Mr. Refuse to Lose. The reason why we're here today. But 8 is where we have a problem here, fellas. This is where I have a problem. Marquette. It just seems like it's such an agenda to keep Marquette a top 10 team. Marquette, yes, they blew out. Hold on, let me go back. They blew out Providence this past Wednesday. Yes, Marquette last Sunday, not yesterday, but the Sunday before that, blew out Xavier. Yes, Marquette blew out DePaul. DePaul is the worst Big East team this year. Been the worst Big East team for some time. Xavier, a middle of the pack Big East team. Providence, that's a good one. That's a good blowout win. But you sandwich that with a blowout loss by 28 to UConn and a 14-point loss to Creighton this Saturday. Come on, like it's such an agenda to me to keep them top 10. They refuse to keep. If they take Marquette out of the top 10, it's like 11, and they put them right back in next week. Marquette should not be number 8 in the country. No, I just completely disagree. Now you got Tyler Kolek, who's going to be out for these last 2 games of the season against UConn again this Wednesday and against Xavier on the road Saturday. So I don't think Marquette should be 8. Who I think should be 8 is Duke. I think Duke should be 8. Duke, just like I said earlier, just beat NC State by 15. Duke beat Virginia by 25. Mind you, that was Saturday. Duke also beat Louisville by 25. So since the Wake Forest loss, that dropped them to 10, so it didn't drop them far. They won 2 straight games by 25 and just won by 15. Now, granted, I know today's game does nothing with the polls today, but 2 straight games by 25, come on. Then you had a team that just lost by 14 on the road. And if you don't follow my Twitter at Carl Talking NCAA. Oh, hold on. Carl Talking NCAA. Boom, right there. I picked Creighton to beat Marquette because Marquette is spotty on the road. Now I didn't know Tyler Kolek wasn't going to play, and he didn't. But like, come on, like 8. I think Duke should be 8. Creighton should be 9. Baylor should be 10. And if you want to slide Marquette at that 11, 12 spot, that's fine with me. But 8 in the top 10, no. I can't get you that. I can't agree with that. But at 9, we have Duke, which obviously I don't think they should be 9. I think they should be 8. Creighton is at 10, which I think they should be 9. Baylor at 11, I am fine with. Baylor just beat Kansas at home. Good win there. Kevin McCullough was back, so that amplifies the win in my opinion, because Kansas is a different team with and without Kevin McCullough. So that was a good win by Baylor. Baylor also beat TCU on the road, got their revenge, and that was after the Houston loss. So, which Houston, number 1 team in the country. So, 2 good wins after the loss to Houston. I'm not mad. I would have them at 10, but 11 is cool too. 12 is Illinois. Now, Illinois is coming off of the win against Wisconsin. Wisconsin's been reeling really badly. I think to the point where they should be considered almost out of the tournament, but a lot of people disagree. I think Wisconsin just lost to to Indiana. But they also had the 8-point win against Minnesota. They beat Iowa by 10 after blowing the game against Penn State. So 3 straight wins after basically them blowing the game. They're also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They won 5 of their last 6. So I would have them. I might even have them in front of Marquette. Matter of fact, I would have them in front of Marquette. I would have Marquette at like 12. Then, you know what? Might even put Auburn in front of Marquette. Auburn 13. Kansas is at 14. Kentucky. Okay, here's another mini rant by me. Okay, so Kentucky, 15th in the country, right? 21-8. No longer eligible to win the SEC. They're in front of Alabama, who's 16th, who is 2nd in the SEC, who is 20-9. And if things play out, if they win out and South Carolina has the same record as Alabama atop the SEC, Alabama wins the SEC because of a head-to-head. They're behind Kentucky, which I get it. Kentucky beat them by like 18 at Rupp Arena. But behind Alabama is South Carolina, who South Carolina blew out Kentucky. South Carolina still has a chance to win the SEC. South Carolina is 24-5. South Carolina is technically 3rd in the SEC because of the head-to-head, but they really are a tie at 2nd with Alabama. We're behind both of them. I just don't get that. If you want to put Alabama at 15, South Carolina at 16, Kentucky at 17, fine. But because of the name Kentucky, they're in front of both. Makes no sense to me. I think if anything, Bama should be in front of them. We should be in front of them, and then they should be behind us. But like I said, man, it's the name Kentucky. It's Coach Cal. It's Rob Dillingham. It's Reed Shepherd. Which, by the way, Kentucky, yes, they just beat Mississippi State. But they almost blew that game. They needed a Reed Shepherd bucket at the buzzer to win it. Josh Hubbard looked unstoppable against them boys. So that's my little mini rant about South Carolina, man. It's the name South Carolina. I get it. It's not a basketball school. You don't think about it. You think more football, which football ain't really been it either. I mean, we had a good year 2 years ago, but last year was not it. But I get it. It's South Carolina, so we don't get our respect. 17. Washington State is at 18, which I think they did it again, folks. I think Washington State lost the game that week and got moved up. No, they didn't. So Washington State, since blowing that game Saturday against Arizona State, which Arizona State was just in complete control of that one, they beat USC by 3 in comeback fashion. I thought USC was about to win it. I'm not going to lie. Which USC's been playing a lot better basketball lately. Looking for them to make some noise in the Pac-12 tournament. And they beat UCLA by 12. So, hey, they move up 1 point, 1 spot. I'll take it. Take it. That's fine. At 19, we have Gonzaga. Now, miniature rank here. Gonzaga, spoiler alert, is in front of St. Mary's, which is at 23. St. Mary's won the WCC outright. St. Mary's has 1 loss, which was Saturday, to Gonzaga in the WCC. If they would have beat Gonzaga, they'd have ran the table of the WCC, which would have been an incredible feat in itself. But like I said, won the WCC outright. Gonzaga, they are 24-6, while St. Mary's is 24-7. But like I said, they trade wins. Gonzaga beat St. Mary's at their home. St. Mary's beat Gonzaga at their home. I get Gonzaga beat Kentucky. I get that. But St. Mary's should be ranked in front of Gonzaga. But again, it's the name. Gonzaga Bulldogs. We love Mark Few. We love what Mark Few has done to Gonzaga. They're the powerhouse of the WCC. So we're going to give them the nod. No, I think St. Mary's should be in front of Gonzaga. At 20, surprisingly to me, was BYU. Went from unranked to ranked. Now, I know BYU had some good wins. BYU beat TCU by 12. That one was kind of a crazy comeback. And they beat Kansas. That's right. They gave Kansas their first home loss. So, you know what? I'm not that mad at it. Not thinking about it. 20, unranked to 20 after beating Kansas and TCU, especially giving Kansas their first home loss. Not too mad at it. 21, San Diego State. Kinda, I ain't mad. 21 cool. They do hover around that ranked to unranked because I think people like them. That's not where my rant about to come from. And it's not this next one. Even though I think Utah State should be in front of San Diego State. I will say that. Utah State should be in front of San Diego State. Utah State is basically in control of their own destiny to win the Mountain West. They beat Boise State twice. I think I went over this yesterday. If you didn't watch my show yesterday, I went over this in the Mountain West portion of the regular season title. Utah State is in control of their own destiny. They beat Boise State twice, tied with Boise State at top of the Mountain West. They beat San Jose State in New Mexico. They are locked to win the Mountain West regular season title. They also beat San Diego State, but I want to say they traded. Yeah, so San Diego State beat them on their home floor. Utah State beat them on their home floor. So they traded. But since Utah State's last loss was Nevada, yeah, so their last loss, Utah State last loss was February 6th. They beat Boise State February 10th, Wyoming February 14th. Oh, no, I lied. Their last loss, was a blowout loss to Colorado State. I forgot about that. February 17th, they got blown out by Colorado State. But since then, they then beat San Diego State, who's ranked in front of them. Fresno State, which is it's a decent Mountain West school. And they just beat Air Force, which is a bad Mountain West school. But they beat San Diego State recently. I think they should be above San Diego State. St. Mary's, like I said, is at 23. Coming in at 24 is USF. You know what? I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at USF only moving up one spot. I know they won 14 straight. I get it. They just beat Charlotte. I think they blew out Charlotte. Let me double check that. But I get it. I can't jump them over St. Mary's. I can't jump them over Utah State. I could jump them over San Diego State, but the way the rankings is set up, I can't because I don't want them to jump over San Diego State. So if San Diego State was 23rd, like I would do it. So I would have Utah State at 20, BYU at 21. I would have St. Mary's at 19. I would probably have Gonzaga at 22. South Florida at 23, and then 24 would probably be San Diego State. That's just me personally. And at 25, how does Dayton keep getting ranked? I don't understand how Dayton keeps surviving and getting ranked. If you want to give it to an A-10 school, how about the A-10 school that just beat VCU, who's in first place in the A-10, who I believe won 5 straight in the A-10, and looks like all roads should be leading to Richmond. If you want to give it to an A-10 school, why not Richmond? I don't understand it. Richmond, like I said, has won 5 straight. Richmond is 14-1 at home, 7-4 in a row, 14-2 in the conference. Just beat VCU, who has been playing great basketball since Sean Burstow has returned. I mentioned that on my Twitter picks Saturday morning. So, again, follow Carl Talking NCAA if I missed a show. So, I had a stomachache. I put my picks on Twitter. Went 6-3. Pretty decent day. But anyway, Richmond, Jordan King, outstanding. Isaiah Bigelow hit timely shots after timely shots. Great defensive team. Could not miss. When you pair that with a team that couldn't miss Saturday, Richmond, in my opinion, should be ranked over Dayton. Now, let's look at Dayton, right? Dayton just lost to Loyola Chicago, which I think on the episode, I did a show about that. So I think I had them on the show. I can't remember when I did it, but I know I talked about Loyola Chicago beating Dayton. Boom. Loyola Chicago won. Dayton lost Friday, right? Then they lost last Wednesday, survived being ranked. Then lost February 9th, survived being ranked. They actually, after the loss on February 9th, moved up 2 spots. So they went from 18th, lost, and moved up 2 spots. Cool, right? Dayton, when they suffered their first loss to, guess who? Richmond. When they suffered their first loss to Richmond, they moved from 16 to 21. Moved to 16 to 21, beat George Washington, which is a pretty cool A-10 team. Beat St. Vonna, who's another cool A-10 team. Beat St. Joseph's, who's probably towards the bottom of the A-10, before losing to VCU, moving up. Then, they beat Duquesne, pretty good A10 team, not gonna lie. Then before them, bottom tier A10 team. Lost to George Mason, beat Davidson, lost to Loyola, but yet they keep surviving being ranked. I've never seen a mid-major program survive being ranked as much as Dayton. And I get it. Y'all love Deron Holmes. Deron Holmes is possibly an All-American. I get it. But no, they should not be ranked. If you want to congratulate an A10 school or a mid-major school, Richmond's right there. Nevada could be one. Which in Nevada's defense, they were the first team. They're 26. They had the most votes that didn't get ranked at 42. I don't think it should have been Florida. No, you know what? Scratch Nevada. Boise State is sitting right there. Boise State is sitting right there, tied atop the Mountain West with Utah State. Playing really good basketball. Should be in that large bid for the tournament. Boise State's right there. I just don't think it should be a Dayton. I'm so mind-boggled how Dayton keeps getting the nod. I don't understand it. And it's one thing, okay, you can say, well, they keep losing on the road. Well, a good basketball team knows how to win on the road. I don't care, good opponent or not. If you want to be ranked, you're going to have to win on the road. We can't keep excusing road losses. Win the game on the road. You have a quote-unquote All-American, not player, but possible, for lack of a better term right now, win the game, bro. And I get the games don't be Deron Holmes' fault. I get it, but you still got to win. You have to, and they don't, and they keep surviving it. Don't understand it. Let's look at Boise State really fast. I believe Boise State played on Saturday night. Can't remember who they played, but I know they did win. Coach Rice is doing another amazing job with Boise State. Like I said, tied atop the Mountain West. They beat New Mexico. They beat New Mexico at home by 10. They're 21-8. They are 12-4 in the Mountain West. They're winners of 5 straight. Winners of 5 straight. Now, Nevada's below them, winners of 5 straight, 11-5 in conference, 24-6. But Boise State, like I said, they're tied to top. Nevada's a game behind them. Boise State plays Nevada this Tuesday. So, winner of that, I don't care if Dayton wins their next game or not. Winner of the Nevada-Boise State game. Well, Boise State has a chance to be ranked because they play Nevada, they play San Diego State. So if they can win these 2 next games, get Dayton out of here. Boise State, hop right back in. Not even back in. I don't even know if Boise State made it to be ranked this year, but hop in to the rankings. Boise State has beaten Fresno State, like I said, pretty cool Mountain West team. San Jose State, bottom tier Mountain West team, but they fight, blew them out. Wyoming, I would say bottom tier Mountain West team this year. Air Force, bottom tier, but they have 2. I would even say these are 2 quad 1 opportunities. 2 quad 1. So if you don't know what a quad 1 opportunity is, if you're at home and you play a team that's in the top 30 in the net rankings, that's a quad 1 opportunity. If you're on the road and you're playing a team that's in the top 70 in net rankings, that's a quad 1 opportunity. And those are great opportunities. If you get those, that's how you stack. Stacking those is how you get at-large bids. At-large bids. I said bidges. At-large bids to the tournament. I don't know where bidges came from. That's absolutely insane that I said that. But that's how you get at-large bids to the tournament. So these are 2 quality wins that Boise State can pick up. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how Dayton survives it. But hey, they've garnered the opportunity to have a name in the A10, not the A10, in the in the A10. I know Obi Toppin went to Dayton, and that's when I really started paying. No, honestly, scratch that. When I really started to pay attention to Dayton, they was making tournament runs. It was with Scoochie Smith and I think Daryl Davis and them guys. One of them actually ended up transferring. No, was a transfer from Ohio State to Dayton. I can't remember his name. He was such a bucket too. It was like the 2012, 2013. You know, I got to look now because I'm pissed off. I can't remember his name. I think it was like Jordan Pierre or something like that. Oh, my God. Hold on. It was Deshaun Pierre. Deshaun Pierre, he transferred from, I want to say he transferred from Ohio State, went to Dayton, and he was just a problem. Let's see. No, he didn't transfer from Ohio State, so it's not him. But Pierre was a problem though. I do remember him. Let me try to find him on ESPN real quick. I remember those Dayton teams where they were just making tournaments and they was actually really good. That's when I started to pay attention to Dayton. Now, when Obi Toppin got there, that was like, I think he then put Dayton on the map for like casual college basketball fans because I remember some people I'm cool with. Jay, he's been on the show. He was like Dayton when Dayton was playing Kansas. I'm like, yeah, I got Dayton upsetting Kansas. Dayton tried like what? And they didn't win the game, but they went to overtime. It was a good game, and they lost. But it was I think it was in the Maui. If not the Maui, it was whatever. No, because Obi was gone. Yeah, I think it was in the Maui. But I think he put Dayton on the map, and now Deron Holmes got Dayton living. I know I'm on a tangent about this whole Dayton thing, but it really pissed me off when I saw it this morning. I was confused. I'm not gonna lie. I was really confused about it. It was averaging 11, 12, and 12 at Dayton. I got to figure out who this transfer is that from. Hold on. I got to look. Transfers from Ohio State. Oh, my God. It didn't pop up. I'm so pissed. I can't figure it out, bruh. I got to probably go to the 20. I think that was 2012, 2013. No, it wasn't. It was 2013, 2014 Dayton basketball. I'm sorry. I got to figure this out. It's pissing me off that I don't remember this dude's name. It wasn't Kari Price. Scoochie Smith was my guy, but it wasn't him either. Was it Kendall Pollard? I think it might have been Kendall Pollard. No. I'm going to find it. Oh, my God. I'm so mad I can't figure this out. No, it's not him. Maybe they had a guy leave and went to Ohio State. I'm messing it up. I know I am, but y'all know who I'm talking about for those who remember those teams. Wasn't it Jordan Seibert? It was Jordan Seibert. Maybe he didn't go to Ohio State, but it was the person I'm thinking about was Jordan Seibert. Jordan Seibert. AUD. Yeah, see? There you go. Yup, it was Jordan Seibert. He was at Ohio State, played 24 games at Ohio State. On the Final Four team, averaging 11.4 minutes, 3 points, 1.4 rebounds. I know I'm not tripping. I knew I wasn't tripping. Yeah, trust me, I knew I wasn't tripping. And so Seibert, 2013, 2014, he averaged 12.2 points per game. He led the team. Yep, Jordan Seibert. That's exactly who it was. Okay, boom. So I know I'm not tripping. But yeah, Jordan Seibert, Scoochie Smith. I remember Kendall Pollard. I just remember that whole Dayton team was just nasty. So. But that's when I first paid attention to him. But now, like I said, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Oh, he made the Hawks. Oh, I don't remember that. But yeah, that's it about the rankings. I know I just rambled a little bit. It took a little trip down memory lane. But man, like I said, man, this is like when I kind of first started getting into college sports like heavy. Like I just remember when Tennessee had Jarnell Stokes and Jordan McRae. Which Jordan McRae to me was just like tough. I thought he was it. Like that at Tennessee, they had Josh Richardson, they had Amani, I want to say not Amani Hooker. I can't remember his last name, but they just had a mob, and they lost to Michigan in the Elite Eight, and it kind of pissed me off because obviously I didn't want Michigan to win. Oops. Oh, here we go. The year I'm talking about, he averaged 12.2, and his final year, his senior year, he averaged 16.1. So yeah, bro was a bucket. And like I said, I know I'm rambling, but I'm done. I'm done rambling. Tomorrow I will be back about these tournaments. I know the A-Sun started today, but like I said, spoiler alert, nobody I got winning the A-Sun played today. I believe the SWAC starts either tomorrow or Wednesday. The MEAC, I believe, started today. So yeah, some tournaments. I'm gonna do my thing. Look at these brackets, pick some winners. Come up with some explanations of why I picked said winners. I don't know what time I'll be back tomorrow, but I am off tomorrow, so it'll probably be 2 at the earliest, 5 at the latest. That's all I can say. Probably won't go over any games tomorrow since I'm going over tournaments. I'll look at some games, see if it's any ones that I deem important to like regular season titles, or maybe a game that involves a double bye in a tournament that has a double bye week or something of that nature. If I see it kind of important for like tournament hopes or, like I said, double byes, things like that, I'll go over it. But if I don't really see anything of that nature, I'll probably just stick to the tournaments. But those are my rants about the polls. I need the AP to fix it. Final rant, and this is about my team. Don't understand how Michigan State had 2 votes to be in the top 25. Don't get it. We should get no votes and get in the top 25. Now making a tournament, that's a different story, but no, nobody should be voting us anywhere near the top 25. Wake Forest, sorry, Joe, gotta say this because I predicted y'all would win to get in the top 25. Y'all blew it. I was disappointed about that. There will be no top 25 hopes for Wake Forest after blowing those 2 games. But like I said, I'm gone, and I'll be back tomorrow. But until then, peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.